everybody. I was looking for the thing. Good morning. It's Monday. It's time to make some things with me. I'm Mariah, the M of the PM. P's over here. She doesn't show her face on Mondays, but she's here.
I'm here.
Audio. No visual. Unless she acts ugly, and then I'll turn the camera on.
I'm still getting my chat set up here.
She's getting set up. So do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. That's how I know that you were here. We like to know that you were here because we're an arty friendly bunch of folks and we just like to say hello. If you're watching in replay, no worries. We appreciate that just the same. We really, really do. Just let us know down below in those comments. Say, hey, I was watching in replay, or if you have questions or any of that, that can all be done down there after the stream. Thumbsy upsies. That's this, like right over here. You give the, you know, beep, bop, boop. Thumbs up. And then if you're feeling real friendly, you can share this stream. We would very much appreciate it. It does help greatly, like big time. Okay, let's say hello to everybody. Participants. We've got Anthony. So happy to see you, Anthony. P was saying that you've been doing some spectacular work.
Yes. Urns.
Carrie's here. Colleen, Cookie Wookie, that's Mo. Darcy, Darlene, Eddie, Griffin Shell, that's Rhonda. Holly, hello, Holly. Irma, Jennifer, Yutha. Oh, Yutha, it's good to see you. Jenny, Robert's just, okay. Ollie, Irma, Jennifer, Jenny, Yutha, Carla, Lygia, Lindsay, Lucy, Lydia, Margie, Ninian, Paula, Sophia, Star Traveler, that's Linda, Felucci Chingus, that is Cass, and Veronica. If I missed you, just give me an extra hello in the chat.
Did you say hello to Darlene?
I did. Darlene.
Oh, she had pink hands, so I didn't know.
Pia. Hey, Pia. Okay, so, I'm going to do the color combo. We're going to start out real simple because it's just, I have some ideas. I have an experiment that I want to try. It's probably going to fail, but I like the idea of it. Good times.
Well, you know, if you have a good time along the way, that's all that counts.
I think so.
Failure should never be a deterrent or a...
Yeah, thumbsy upsies, y'all. There's about half of y'all. Come on now. Come on now. All right, let's go top view. We're going top view. I'm going to move that out of the way. Squared things up pretty decently. This was last month's stuff. Remember, we did 2 spreads. How things, you know, spread. So what I want to do is I actually want to pull a page out of here because I like to do that. We're going to do that first because I got this idea, but then we're going to play with some colors here. I don't know if that I have the markers, and then see her pan pastels have spread. They have made themselves known in other places. See, look at that, even down there. Oh. Contamination. Oh, okay, real quick talk about, you know. All right, so see, this is a PDF Acrobat, just printed on regular settings. See how blah, and I don't know what was going on, because even the black was a little funky. So there might have been other funky things that were happening, because, I mean, seriously, look at that. It's like, very weird. And then this was PDF file format, but in Photoshop. It did quite well. And then PDF Acrobat plain paper best. Okay, so see, by turning on best, it did what it was supposed to do. See? Printer settings and paper matter. I will, each and every time we talk about these cards, I'm going to say this. Just so y'all know. Just so you know. I'm going to start with this one because it's the cleanest one and the best color. And then if I mess up, then I have sort of a backup. That's good stuff, right? All right. I got to get this stuff out of the way. I mean, it's turning into kind of a pea situation over here. We're going to have to deal with all of this. All right. Let's go with, okay. So our colors are Italian Plum. This one did have a Pantone associated with it. And then these little numbers right here. There we go. Those are RGB, and then this is the Pantone number. Or no, sorry, the hex chrome. Brain. Yeah, hex color, like, you know, computer. So then we've got Italian Plum, Aventurine, and then the Collage didn't have a Pantone associated with it, so I went with the Paynes Gray didn't have a Pantone, so I went with this Collage 507 that I found a mixture for on the internet, which I thought was pretty good. That's how that all came about. Now, I've noticed I'm missing some pens.
Hello, Lori Girl. Ann Webb.
Not sure what's up with that.
Jenny Roberts. Did you mention her?
Yes, Jenny, I did. I did. So, markers have been disappearing. Can't imagine why that is. Oh, actually, some of them I do know because they are downstairs. Because I did take them down there, but it seems like one is kind of weird. I don't know why. I've got gritty stuff. I feel like this is a pretty good one. We're going to go with the squares because square is the mark making element for this here May 2025 color combo. There you go. We're going to do little squares. Oh,
exactly,
that's pretty
Sophia.
darn good.
No, I agree. No two Paynes Grays are the same.
That's true. Yeah, so, you know, whatever you feel like is your favorite, you go with that. But I'm loving this. This is our acrylic marker. I don't know which number it is. You'd have to look at the hootie-doo, the packaging, which I no longer have. All right, Aventurine. I don't know. We're going to kind of maybe see about this. Let's do a little tester. Need a piece of paper. Oh, you know what? We're going to use this junky. We're going to go with the junky one.
Hello, Jocelyn.
Hey, I think that's pretty good. Look at that. See? Heck yeah. I am very impressed with these markers. I mean, they've had, so far, I mean, you know, we're only 5 months in, but every one of these color combos, there's been a marker that has gone with the colors. That makes me happy.
That's interesting. Eddie used burnt sienna and ultramarine blue to make his Paynes Gray. That I'm not seeing that, or my brain doesn't.
That's not computing.
That.
Yeah, I may have spoke too soon about this purple business, but let's see. Italian plums. This is going to be way too bright. Like, ready. Yeah. Way too ready. Purples are hard.
Yes, they are.
And see, in this one, I feel, oh, see, this is going to be too bright. But look, those two together. Those two together, y'all. So, looky there. Let's just go with move quickly enough here. We'll merge these. Looky there, y'all.
Good point, Eddie.
What's up?
Artists who don't want to use black can use burnt sienna.
I mean, look
in lieu of.
All right, so see, super fun. We got that covered in those colors right there.
331 Christina just joined us.
Hi,
hello.
Christina. Will it dry darker as it dries?
Aventurine
yes.
is just green.
Slightly.
With some blue in it. That's my read.
Oh, look at that. That's pretty good. So far, we're kicking butt and taking names, y'all.
Yes, and absolutely using black and watercolor is just really doesn't work very well, number one, because it separates out and you get that halo of, yeah.
Now we need fibers. Look at that. Aventurine. Heck yeah. Top of the pack there. All right, Italian Plum. That's a little bright. And then we gotta go with our Paynes Gray.
What about some of that stuff that Marcia sent us the other day?
Marcia sent us stuff the other day. She sure did. Let's look at that. I happen to have it kind of like right here. Now, this could be a Paynes Gray. More bluey.
Well, Paula just said she printed hers and went over with some gloss medium. It brought out the colors on my card. Her printer is rubbish.
That does.
Just do what you got to do.
That does work.
And Eddie said, Liquitex Phthalo Green is very close to Aventurine. That doesn't help her out with her marker situation.
Eddie did the color combo. Actually, Eddie and then Mods, will you put in, because, you know, Carrie obviously does his at the beginning of the month, because him and Paula put on the color combo. So we need Carrie's video. Please put that in the chat, along with, then I know Eddie did it. And then please let us know whom else. I'm sure that, please don't be offended if I don't know, or I have just not thought about it. Just let us know in the chat, and our mods will pull up either your channel or the particular video.
That's a good point, Rhonda. Burnt umber is redder than the raw umber.
Burnt umber.
I personally, if you're going with brown, I'd just say go with Van Dyke.
All right, see, look inside of there. This ball of yarn has them all. This is the color combo in a ball of yarn. Look at that. Winner, chicken dinner. I mean, take what we want from that.
Yes.
Okay. Very jingly today. I don't know if you'll notice that or not. Oh, my jingle.
Oh, the bead place did the color combo in her live stream.
Yes.
Our live stream.
Yes, make sure that you got Becky in there. There's Eddie's. Okay. Cool. Now, we've kind of done our squares. That's good. We're going to do a representation of our strings and a little bit of fibery business. This isn't, you know, not all of it fits. But this section is, we're going to call that all Italian Plum. Oh, these are the bad scissors. Why did I grab
Paula wants to know if you're jingling.
I am jingling. It is me. It's not P. She's not duded up or anything. I'm duded up. I'm going to go see Beto today. Hopefully I'm going to meet him. Pretty darn excited about that. Yeah, see, those pieces don't go. Put those back in the hootie-doo.
Yeah, the tornado last night was way.
Yeah, not near us.
Of us.
I mean, we had a little bit of rain, but nothing major came this way. We're in this weird zone, I'm telling you.
Tammy has a color combo video up.
All right. There you go. Perfect. Now, y'all, if you're new here, and actually this kind of leads into something. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to talk about this on Thursday, but I'm going to give a brief kind of, we're always here. Synopsis. But we're going to go more in depth on Thursday because I got a little write-up thing about it. Because just want y'all to know that those of you that keep showing up and show up here, meaning here in the chat, in the comments, even, and I get it that a lot of people can make every live stream. But when I see you in the comments, that's a big deal. Like, I know that you're showing up. That is huge. When you post things in Makers, that is huge. That means you are showing up and you are then participating in this community. PM Artist Studio makers. That's, those are kind of the labels that we put at the top of it, but it really is all about y'all and those of you that show up. We are always willing, happy, excited to promote those of you that do show up, who use the products, who talk with the other designers, who interact, who post over in Makers. And that, and that could even mean that you don't necessarily use Makers products, but if you were showing up and you were then posting that over in Makers, that's a big deal. And that doesn't mean that, there aren't folks that, and I know, like, there's lots of mutuals out here. There's a lot of space in the YouTubes. And I'm happy for that. I think that's wonderful. But we're here to, those of you that show up, we're going to lift up to the best of our ability. But we're going to go into more depth on Thursday. But I thought that was a good lead in, because y'all that, participated in the color combo, that's huge.
That's what Paula said, community. Hello, Diane. And Tegan.
All right. So, love this. We're going to do this. Should I glue down my little pieces now or just wait until I have, because I may want to. There's dog hair in that or some cat hair.
I don't know.
I'm going to wait because I only have so much of this, and it may just be that I glue down a little tiny piece versus
Yeah, because you might use it in your project.
That's right. Now, this stuff, obviously, we have plenty of.
Yeah.
We should be fine, but this particular piece I'm pretty excited about, and we're going to use that for something else. Okay.
Hello, Yanka.
So I'm going to kind of put this to the side. Now, here is my idea. This is squares. Look at that. This is Sophia's tiling. In big and small. Look at that. From this month. And it just so happened that it's squares. Carrie has a ton of square stamps. Let me go look over there because I might have those available. 1 second. Pete, chit chat with chat.
I am, and I missed something here. And I wanted to say, Yanka, I saw your art show. And I absolutely love the chickens. Well, I love your flowers too. Actually, I like all your stuff, but the expressions on the chickens just cracks me up every time I look at them. I think they're sassy chickens.
They're attitude.
They're chickens. They're cheeky chickens.
Cheeky chickens. All right. Well, squares, lines.
What you looking for?
Get you with your.
She's mussing about in my stacks back here.
I know. All right, squares. We got y'all covered on squares. So, crenulated. This was the month before from Sophia. And then let's hope he has put all the square stuff in here. Look, we've got. Remind me what this one is.
Yeah, and you have.
I think this is Eddie's. Is this Eddie?
I don't know. We should write on the back of them.
We really should.
I mean, it wouldn't be too much trouble.
No, fantastic ideas that you have there, Patricia.
I do have them every now and then. I don't necessarily always follow through.
Now, this is one of Eddie's, but it's been cut. Like, there's more to this. Just that it's been altered, y'all. This is Carrie. This is part of one of the, building. And that might be a good size for what I'm doing right at this moment. This is kind of square, but it goes into Art Deco circles, too. It's square and circle. Now, some of the other square stuff isn't in here, so who knows what P's done with it. Either she's used it and then just not put it back, or she has deemed it something else. I don't know but
I don't know what you're talking about. It's got to be in there somewhere.
No, because there's the ATC ones. Yeah. There's a whole lot. There's even more than this, but this is what I got in this particular thing. We're going to move along here. Move along, little doggy. All right, try to keep to our colors, but I need to clean this off. This one's fine. I think this kind of purpley color that's going to come through may not be spot on, but I think we have represented our color combo in its more exact. Now we start to get a little more loosey-goosey. What I'm saying.
Eddie put in extrovert squares by me.
Yes, okay. That's that one. And then this is
the unraveling squares by me.
Right. There's more to this one. She just lopped it off.
I didn't like messing with the big
one. Sometimes you just need a little bit. We encourage that. May I have a wet wipe, please? Because I got to try to get some of this yellow off of here because I think it's going to mess me up.
I did hear you say the other day you had ordered.
I did. They have inventory has been restocked downstairs in the powder bath.
Oh, thank you. I need to tote some of them upstairs. Don't frighten the squares. That's what Anthony said. Now, how are you going to get your marker on those?
Oh, listen, lady, we're doing other things. We've moved on to that. I have expressed that the markers are spot on, lovely. Yeah, I wish I could because those really are like perfect. But
so what are you going to do now?
I'm going to try to figure this out with some ink. And then I got this idea. All right, we're gonna. I think these are gonna be the best size. I also like the mixture of that together. That looks kind of cool. All right, let's figure out here what we're doing. What we be doing?
Okay, look at all those beads on M. I'd have paint and ink and glue all over them. Some of my bracelets do have.
Yeah, she does.
Paint on them.
I usually don't get that crazy. Usually.
And Lindsay says just wash their little faces. 3 little squares are from Carrie's Border Builders Volume 2 collection. Yeah. Thank you, Eddie.
Perfect. Thank you.
Did y'all make any California sunshine soup? I added some more. The avocados float, so you can kind of replenish those in the gallon jar, as needed.
Tips and tricks to your sunshine soup. By the way, I did eat some of it, and it is lovely. I still don't. I don't know about the I don't mind tofu. I don't know. There are just some things in there texturally that I don't want to be surprised with. If that makes sense.
She doesn't like mouth surprises.
I don't like to be surprised in my mouth sometimes. I need to know when it's going in what to expect.
Well, I'm just telling you, the tofu to use is the extra firm, because if you use the silken or those others, they just kind of
dissolve, and that's a whole other
creates a slurry.
Blech. Blech.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
Not pretty.
And do make sure you take the seeds out of your cucumbers because they make the mix watery. And cucumber seeds aren't good for you anyway. Eddie?
Alright, I don't know if we have. Oh, look at that. Heck yeah, we do.
Yeah, I can't do slimy.
Boop, boop. Alright, and then I'm calling this as. Okay, hold on here. Alright, alright. What am I looking for?
Yeah, this is definitely a summer soup.
Yes.
Eddie said the seeds give you gas. I wouldn't know about that. But I do know that they cause problems. But we managed to get around to gastronomic disturbances.
Alright, we're going to go with, this is kind of going to be this duck egg blue. We're going to call that Paynes Gray. I know that it isn't, but that's the closest thing we got. And really, if we could mix the lilac and the paint and the duck egg, I bet you it would actually be fairly close visually. Just wanted to be for this one over here.
Well, can you mix them on the well? If you did, then you'd have.
Yeah, I don't know about mixing fluff.
Yeah, I don't know about fluffy mixing either. I just know that you can control the color somewhat by the color you put underneath it.
So we may kind of keep that in mind.
And remember we did that with the butters. Butters. And it wasn't with stamps, it was stencils.
I want to make some stuff fluffy because, you know, it's just my mission lately.
She's going to make some fluffy stuff.
I do have the glue pad and glue on order. It has not arrived. So here was my thought. So if we can put out the double stick tape onto, all right, it seems there's furry things. Okay, all kinds of furry things.
And Pal is cheering you on. She says, "Come on, sugar, fluff it up.
Fluff it up, baby." Okay. Now we know that the double stick tape is fantastic with the fluffy bits, but it's not very, you know, it's not very, what am I trying to say?
It doesn't have a lot of depth.
It's not, yeah, it's not super interesting. It's just, you know, we got a long strip of something furry. Sometimes that's all right. We need more. We need more from our decorative fluffing abilities. So I thought, all right, well, if we stamp on here, would it block? But the question is, what do we stamp with? Maybe, you know, because paint's gonna then, if we let the paint dry. What if, okay, may I please have the pan pastel? I want the purple one, please.
Okay, I've got two purples. I have a red violet and a blue violet.
I want the one that you use that's for the color combo. Because remember,
this is it.
Are you sure? I don't feel that that's it. There's the other one. Where's the other one?
It's more red violet.
Yeah, that's the one we want.
Well, you don't ask for much.
She just wanted to give me the easy one. She knew which one it was. Cause she knew she did it the other day, but it's been buried.
Well, it just you know, it's on layer 2.
It's she had to go down to the basement and get it. Okay, Paula says, I know I keep saying nosy husby, nosy hubby, but this is funny. And wants Mo to add it to our isms. It's Monday. It's OAF day. Official Arty Fapper. Fapper.
I don't know.
She doesn't understand. Faff.
Don't understand. All right. Here you go.
Paula, you're going to have to message her and get her note up. Yeah, that's the one. See, she tried to give me inferior color.
Oh, blah, blah, blah.
All right. So, we're going to attempt this. Here's my thought. These stampy stamps are going to put the powder.
It doesn't work worth diddly squat.
Listen, lady, you don't understand what I'm doing.
I do not.
Oop. That stuck quite well. Not as straight as I wanted. There we go. Okay, well, that's something. Now, I did kind of screw up. I should have done a different color, but
I have the green ready too.
Oh, do you? Okay, we may do that.
Is this the right one?
There we go.
I'm not reading the chat. I'm just watching you stamp squares. And
you should read
God
the chat.
knows that's about as interesting as watching paint dry.
Yeah. Listen, lady. She's so mean.
Hello.
She's so mean sometimes.
Keeks.
Hey, Geeks.
Keeks. And Jackie, somebody just came in. I'm sorry. I'm falling down on my duty here, so I got to go back up.
Duty.
Okay, Becky says, I don't know. Somebody lost something. Good point.
Okay. One kind of.
Eddie has wooden floors.
Okay.
Selective sharing's going off on over here. I wonder if you could run the strips of fluff paper through a die cut machine.
Oh, totally. I think you could do that. I don't have that. I mean, we have the machine. We own like one little set of die things, but we have not set up the machine.
It requires a horizontal surface, that of which we do not have. Just saying.
And I haven't chased one down yet.
Hi, Margie.
May I have a piece of paper, please?
What kind of paper?
Just any paper, because I need to be able to.
You need a big paper or a little paper?
Put the fluff back in, you know? Put the fluff back in. Alright, we're going to try to do like a
Hi, Margie.
Monochromatic situation. I hadn't fully thought on this, but, you know.
Yeah. And Robin came in.
Let's see about that.
Dawn.
Section.
I don't know, Dawn. Horizontal surface laughed about half a day in his shop. True artists never have available horizontal surfaces.
Yeah, like it has to be.
If they are doing their job properly, there is not an available surface. You must make room. I always remember that photograph of Alexander Calder in one of his workshops. He had many, he had buildings, right? And I mean, every possible surface was covered with some kind of crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think he just moved along. Izzy's kind of like that.
Yeah. I just chase her around with her stuff.
It's flocking.
It is. Hopefully we are, you know.
Yes, full of sandpaper and tools. So I think before you commit to any more of that
yeah, that's kind of, yeah,
knock it off and, you know.
Yeah, not knock it off in a mean way, just, you know, actually literally knock it off.
Give it a couple of thumps on the back.
Hey, I'll tell you.
Tegan says she feels better now.
I think it's working. It's just not super noticeable because I went, you know, like monochromatic, which was not exactly ideal. Sorry. I apologize for that. I got a little excited about the whole thing. Didn't really think that through.
Anthony says, don't stand still for long or you will be flocked. That's what Mr. Shelton used to say about me. And I used to, what do you call that, where you run it through the machine and it seals it on both sides? What's that word?
Oh, the laminator.
Thank you, laminator.
That was funny.
It's like getting reacquainted with your computer.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go with.
Thank you very much, Darcy.
All right. We're gonna try to be a little more strategic. Use some strategery with our flocking, and we might get some gray business, some Paynes Gray. Okay.
Now, are you need to be careful there because I'm afraid some of that other flocking is going to interfere with this flocking, and you won't be able to put it back in the.
Yeah. I'm just some stuff is going to be sacrificed for this experiment.
Well, I could just hand you another little hoodie do and you could put it in there. The mixed flock. Let me empty out one of my little jars.
I don't know that I'm going to
have that much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just testing it out here. Let's see. Hey, this thing's working out nicely.
You don't want to save your flocking?
You can get rough with this. Because it's not, see, like when you use the paste or whatever, you can't be getting down in there and being rough with it.
No, you can't because you'll smush it. Flatten. There's nothing worse than flattened fluff.
Mm-hmm.
Flocking. Flattened flock.
Flocking.
Yeah, say that fast 3 times in a row.
Flocking.
Well, I have you a thing prepared here if you need it.
No, see? So I put out what I did because I didn't want to really.
Okay.
Now, my whole mixing idea.
Keek says she's never seen flocking powder before. Hey, we hadn't either until someone sent it. Who sent us this?
Liz Jean.
Lizzie Jean thought we couldn't live without it.
Hey, I would like to say.
Please show the lid for the brand. Mariah.
Look at that. Paynes Gray that mixed over here. What?
Please show the lid for the brand.
So if you put lilac and
a rough fluffer
and the duck egg together, see, look at this. See this over here. Look.
Yes, I'm seeing.
See it? Y'all see it? See it? Oh, look at that. Here, let me hold it up. Look at that.
Hot diggity.
I wasn't wrong. Now, it didn't do what I wanted it to do there because it's stuck in place. But if you did a pre-mix off to the side.
That's why I wanted to hand you this, but you wouldn't.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm not being very patient today.
You're just dissing all my. Yeah.
We can do this again. Take 2. Oh, see that? Look at that. That's some good stuff right there.
Well. I guess if you have a very small design, that'll work just great.
P's always here for the
uplifting conversation.
Uplifting conversation. There we go, look at that. Faded into the ombre situation.
That is rather interesting.
All right. I'm going to tap this off over here.
Tammy said, good job, Mariah.
Thank you. So that's one approach. Now, another approach could be, so look, see, it doesn't, it resisted the flocking in certain areas. So if you could get the powder on there heavily enough, so my idea ain't wrong. And here's the other thing. So if you were to take like acrylic paint and stamp it on there and then let it dry, you would have the proper amount of resist. Right?
I don't understand.
You don't understand?
Resist.
So the powder is the pan pastel powder business is resisting the areas, like it blocked the sticky.
Right. So the flocking doesn't stick.
Yeah, so see, like there are definitely certain areas, and I think, you know, if I worked to add it, you could go in and make sure that it scrapes away. Now, where it is thicker, it worked best, obviously.
Handy Scandy says she can only stay a couple minutes. She just wanted to say hi. Don't forget to do your humsies, upsies.
Humsies, upsies.
Humsy, thumbsies.
I'm on that thumb.
Yeah, before you go.
Okay. I like this idea. I'm not, you know.
Hey, I've got another idea for you.
Okay.
If before you put down your tape, if you painted under it with acrylic paint.
Yeah, that would alter our color for sure. That would
alter your color, because this is all pretty much transparent.
See the hootie do.
I think. I don't know. I guess I should. Mo's here.
Hey, Mo. I thought she was here earlier. Oh yeah, because okay, no worries. No worries. Hey, you your your protege, your other mod, Eddie has been handling business. I think Darcy's here too. She's been handling business, I think. Yeah. Darcy's modding.
Keeks wants to know if you have
Ooh,
to
look at
spray it
this.
with anything to keep it from, continuing to flock.
Do we have to spray it with it? Like, so it'll hold? No, like it's on there. Like, I mean, it'll shed a little bit, but after a while, like, it's just.
Oh, hey, listen to
If
this.
that's what you're-
Palace says they have a health warning alert here in Netherlands for these flocking powders, microparticles causing asthma and lung-related complications.
Oh,
All right, don't be breathing heavily, Mariah.
I'm not.
I don't know as much fluffing with that as I did with the powders, the micro powders,
Yeah,
metallic powders.
but that does make sense. Hey, look at this. This is Paynes Gray. Look at that. These are some very, like, who knows if they even make these anymore. I've had them for years. They were super cheap. BGR2.
Hello, Colleen.
But that's spot on there.
And Mimi, I don't know who Mimi is.
Mimi Paper Hoarder Crafts.
Oh, okay.
That's Mimi. That
That
sent
is
you
our
the
Mimi?
card.
Oh my gosh, Mimi.
I apologize for her inability to remember people.
Hey,
It's kind of my
don't take
job.
it personally. I don't discriminate. I just don't remember anybody very much unless I've seen them 4 or 5 times.
Okay, we're just, like I said, we're experiment. Ooh, that's not, no, we don't want that. Shavy. We had
no sneezing or heavy breathing.
We had a exchange student from where was he from?
Denmark.
No.
Oh, you mean
Eric.
Here. He was from Denmark.
Jimena.
Oh, Jimena. Yeah, she was from
Venezuela.
She doesn't live there anymore.
But she used to say Shavy. Cracks me up. Yeah, I think she moved to Panama.
Things were not going well in Venezuela.
No. Loved her. She was so much fun. She used to come and stay with. She was our weekend kid. She was actually my dad's kid. Like,
Exchange student.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I'm thinking about the art stuff and then I'm trying to have that conversation and
Mimi says she doesn't take it personally.
okay, good.
Thank you, Mimi. I loved my card. Ben loved his.
Mm-hmm. Did he tear up?
Well, he did when he talked to me about it later.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
He didn't at the time. I think he was just kind of shocked.
Yeah, like it had to sort of settle in. Like,
yeah.
What all that was.
Sometimes
I mean, the poor man, he's got head trauma. But I mean, it literally, like, there's
he does.
Trauma to the brain. All right, well, I know this is not super entertaining, I'm sure. I'm entertained. I highly recommend this. Look at that, though. It's kind of weird. Texturally.
Okay, this is here. Just sneaking in to put my thumbsies upsies in before I go to PT in a few minutes. All right, Marcia Markle, thank you. Marcia. Okay, so Sophia says, Mariah, when I was a kid, the son of French friends came to stay to practice his English. He was doing a degree. Toad in the hole, traditional UK dish, became crapo in the wall. Well, of course.
All right, we're going to see what coming through the backside does. Now that I got to see a zone. Oh, but remember, this is the marker paper. So, like, it does take a lot for it to go through. Like, it's supposed to hold up against the...
Yeah.
But you see that... Oh, that was also questionable in thought because there's still some sticky available.
There you go.
But see, it did alter the color a bit behind there. We're getting there. All right. I ain't against this. Keep that over there. That's a winner. purple wise, I just don't know. I don't know. Let's see about...
I don't know about this toad in the hole. Y'all have a recipe for that? It doesn't sound especially appetizing.
Toad in the hole. Isn't it like some kind of like egg inside of a toast or something? Is that right? Am I thinking of something different? Okay, these markers, they are still available-ish. You can get some of them. I think I have these listed on our Amazon thing, but again, you know, please, you can find them elsewhere. Please do. They're by American Crafts, see? But I love these markers, and they have lasted for a long time. And you can see that that's definitely some Paynes Gray situation. It's a little lighter, but it's like our transparent version. Love that.
Well, and that's, you know, that's good to know, because sometimes that's what you need. You're counting on the mixing of the color below with that one.
Right. And see, this is a little lighter. Similar situation. But, so that's the dark one of that. And if we mix that, hold on, see, this is where if we get mixy, y'all, and these are blendables, look at that.
Yeah.
I'm showing y'all some things today. I'm going to move this down and get you in a little closer. How's that? Is that better? But you mix the Paynes Gray plus that little marker, and then you get closer to the Italian Plum. I mean, it's not spot on, but we're in the wheelhouse. That's all we're asking today. Wheelhouse.
I just think that you should be writing down what these are.
I have a video going.
Oh, God.
She hates it. I'm like, that's on video.
That's so, you know, really handy. You know, let me watch this video again before I know what colors to pull out here. Yeah, wow.
That's why I'm telling you what they are. These are the blendables. I don't know which number this is. This comes in a gray set.
Well, if that's going to be a good
purple set,
a reference card, it needs to have that information on it.
Oh, no. This is a swatch card. This is not reference. This is purely aesthetically, hopefully helpful.
I'll remember that the next time you're on my ass about something.
about logging some information and making charts. It only applies to you. That's funny. Okay. I still don't know really what to do with this further end here. Oh, wait, because I wanted to... But look, that does kind of hit our Paynes Gray. We're going to call that. And then look, that actually ended up being very close to our Aventurine. And we're very close to our Italian Plum. I love this. It's weird and wonderful. We're going to cut it up, though.
Is it still sticky?
Only at that one end, but I ripped that up, so I think we got that fixed. But we'll stick it down to see if, you know.
Paula says it looks like purple waffles. Blueberry. Blueberry with a side of kale.
Yeah, pretty much got the stick. Let me cut this a little closer. All right, I've had a lot of coffee this morning, so I'm pretty shaky.
And Jackie said that she made the color combo with good watercolor and many small paintings.
There you go.
She loves the combo.
Did you do a video or did you post over Makers?
Jackie, I think that was directed to you.
Yes, it was. Sorry. Just kind of making sure that any of that sticky is being remedied.
Yeah, because that could be a bit problematic.
It could be
out
a
there
problematic situation.
on this opposite page.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you might just, dip it in some more fluffy stuff.
Dip it in some fluffy stuff, she says.
That's the thought.
There.
Okay, Mariah, could you explain what you're doing for the new folks coming in?
Okay, so I am just playing around with the color combo first and foremost. This is all just play. And then I did have this slight idea because I love the flocking and I'm waiting for the glue stuff to arrive. So in the meantime, I was like, all right, well, maybe what would be fun would be, we knew the tape worked really well. So this is double-sided tape that I stuck down to one of the pages that I ripped out of my book that we will be, we're gonna build something here in a minute because I'm gonna use all the colors and all the little things. We're gonna collage something, or yeah, probably just collage something. It's my idea.
We're gonna do, stick Eddie, with the because this thing moves fast, and when I'm watching Mariah and then I look back over, I know I miss things.
That's
and I try to go back and forth. Okay, here Carla says Michael's clearance bins were heavy with flocking supplies. Well, we ought to get over there, Mariah.
We don't need anything.
We don't need anything, she says. They wouldn't have it at our Michael's anyway because these people up here don't have diddly squat. It's really, a horrible store. They do have really nice people, though.
So angry.
Well, I went in there to find, mask things.
Oh, yeah, you were upset about that.
I just knew they'd have it. Oh my gosh, and Paula, I loved your bead box. The way the little boxes came out, that was so cool. I want to do that, but I don't know if I have the attention span.
Okay, kind of digging how this is going. Let's throw in some other things. Okay. We're gonna try to stick into the color business here. Now, this here, it's altered. This is not what this is. This is not what this is.
Actually, you should just assume that everything we show you has been altered.
We try to say that.
And otherwise, somehow or other.
Yeah.
I don't know what is Paula's making jelly beans. A jelly bean storage box.
Well, it did a little bit of something there. It's not very prominent. What's sad about that?
Yeah, I know. And it's all... I agree, Lexi. She says her Michael's is similarly disappointing. Way too much decor, not enough art supplies. Yeah, most of that decor stuff is pukey.
Uncharted Mariner. I think mixing that with some of this down here is going to be all right. Hey! Paynes Grayish.
Paynes Grayish?
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Listen, I need you to, at least.
Yes, her boxes are so amazing. Her hubby stole one of her boxes.
Oh yeah. Oh really?
Yeah, I really like that little twisty out one. You put your homemade your beads, your paper beads in. Sophia says Paynes Grayish, worst cabaret act ever.
That's funny. That was funny.
Paynes Grayish is too. It's just like someone said earlier. It never is the same color if you change brands. Paynes Gray is kind of a pain because it doesn't always come off the same.
Maybe that's why.
That was kind of underwhelming.
Hey, it's kind of there. This is one of those things you really need to get up close and personal to appreciate its weirdness and loveliness.
I'm not close enough.
Here, I'm getting you in there.
Carla says, too many kids' name in your brain. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
See, down here.
I can't see it down there.
Nah, it doesn't do the thing, but when you get up and look at it, it's weirdly fuzzy and it's got layers in there. I'm pretty pleased with that for the moment here. Okay. Now, this is our star of the show. I do want to kind of fix up these edges of things. I don't like when it's not. You know, we still kind of have paper stuff showing. Maybe what I should do. Oh, gosh. I mean, it's just a hot mess over here. Hot mess. Hot mess. Why is that open and like... Should we make it fancy? No, we don't want to make it fancy. What's this one? Alright, zigzaggy. I like that because it's kind of... it's a nod to square. Does that make sense?
I'm looking.
We're sacrificing this end because I just don't love it and it's making me grumpy.
Is it still sticky?
No, it wasn't still sticky. It's just I couldn't get stuff down in there to make it all make sense. That's cool. All right. Now, let's do this on the edge.
They have an artisan jelly bean factory there, and you can go pick a mix.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We like those kind of... I got Izzy a little miniature jelly bean dispenser for her birthday.
She was a little sad about the fact that it did not take actual coins.
We should have checked that out. Didn't we used to have one of those things?
I still have one of those things.
Where is it?
In the office. Up on the shelf.
Does it take coins still?
Do you guys well, you probably don't remember. I think Dad bought it for me. You probably thought it was stupid.
Chances they're good.
That white bubblegum machine. I mean, I was in like fourth or fifth grade when you got that for me. But oh, I wanted that thing so badly. And I had marbles in it for a long time. And now I just put, because I didn't want it to be extra heavy because it's up on a shelf. I put just tissue paper inside of it. So it's colorful.
Oh.
But,
yeah. The jelly bean factory is not vegetarian. And Betty asked if it was in like gelatin. It's made from horses' hooves.
Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful?
I don't know that.
Okay. Now, we got this piece. That's lots of fun. It's got squares. I think we've hit the color combo. Very pleased with that. Along with our squared off, zigzag edges. That's a nod to being square. Little tip of the hat.
Sophia said that she loves how you started off with no specific plan and ended up with an awesome bookmark. Special.
Well, I'm not ending up with a bookmark. We're going to make a page. We're going to do a spread, y'all. Now, I don't know if I should kind of continue on with my, we're going to glue this down. So should I pull 2 pages out that we stick in? That seems to be the best route, really. So we're going to do that because we're going to glue them in here. It's so hard to work, and get a lot of this stuff in there exactly as we need or want it to be. Best just to do this.
Eddie says Act 3, the spread.
It is hip to be square.
And just FYI, the jelly beans in the Netherlands are vegan. The jelly beans in the UK are not.
Oh, well, not interesting.
Isn't it? Hello, Ellen B.
All right, now, what's the thought here with this here spread of things?
What else you gonna do?
I'm gonna collage a thing. You got some purple papers or anything that you want me to use that fits the color combo? That you have just at hand.
Oh my god.
This does not have to be like an auditioning of everything. Just do you have something at hand?
Well, you know, you could have hit me up this way.
Now, hey, does this count as squares, y'all? Look, I saved this. I took it from her.
What? If you give that back, that's for my black and white.
I'm gonna keep. And I think what I could do is,
I handed it to you because it was wet.
yeah, and then I kept
That
it.
does not count. That was not a conscious handing across the board. You better give that back or I'm not looking for your dadgum whatever color it is that you want.
Well, I can make this thing what I want and see, and the black counts, because see, you can use black, and then we can use some kind of a metallic, which would be super fancy. I mean, look at how good that looks on there like that. And then if I color in and did like a ombre situation.
I'm already irked about that
situation. This thievery.
Thievery,
Y'all.
blatant,
Thievery.
observable to all thievery.
Happened right here in this stream. In broad daylight. Yeah, I'm excited. Do you have another one of these, don't you? You could make this. This is not difficult. If you don't want me to have it, I won't take it.
Oh, just go ahead. I have the other part of it, you know.
Well, is it better, or do you want this one? Let's do a little.
I don't know what I did with it.
Little barter.
I just don't know. But now, I don't know if this isn't the right color of green.
I mean, it's kind of there. You'd have to do like a glaze or something over it to get it there, but then the parts that are there may not then be there anymore. That's all I'm saying about that. What?
Nothing. Just muttering. And I'm not reading the chat, so.
Okay, well, I'm kind of. Yes, that happens to me all the time, Rhonda. When I look at square things, and then it does like a little. Yeah, I do that.
Well, I've got some kind of cool little. If you use that end piece.
No, I'm good. I want this. We're carrying on because we got 1 hour and I need to get her done. Now my thought is, do we do 1 page at a time? Hold on, we need to figure out. Pretty sure that like it should be spot on, right? That it's 8.5 by 11. Look at that. Not really. Get a little extra. Okay. That's something to contend with. So I think what we're going to do here. So we're going to do that. Love that idea. we are going to, because we have to mix those colors. But then, what was my alcohol inky marker? See, that's pretty. That's some good stuff right there. What are you chuckling about there, lady?
Nothing.
Okay. Hey, you need to get back onto chat, please. And thank you.
Alice has joined us.
We're gonna do that. Go into. Oh.
Yes, we are bartering over art.
It happens a lot around here.
Clapping, fight, fight, so should be soon, I think. No, I try to make the really serious stuff off camera.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see.
That was interesting. Just trying to blend this out so it just doesn't, like a stark. There we go. Ombre-ish situation. Now there's a greeny. What do we call this? The what is it? Aventurine. I don't know that I have a marker that's that.
Hello, Sue. Did I say that already?
Three.
She bopped in sometime there. I didn't catch it.
No worries. This is gonna be kind of a bright green. Yeah. Woo! Same thing's gonna be this one, but let's see. That might be a little better because it'll get us closer. And then if we mix it with some of that gray on top, we're gonna get there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Carla said, speaking of Michaels, have any of you seen the spoof of Jolene? Joanne, please don't take my crafts.
Yes.
Michaels is mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it. You didn't tell me about it.
Well, I could send you a link if you want. There, I think that's better. Or I just...
Okay, Sharp Corners. This stencil is available in 8x10, 9x12, and it's by Lucy Ames, and it's called Sharp Corners.
Yes. Okay, that's our gray one, because this is our Aventurine. Alright, we're going to go over it with that. Fade in. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Just kind of do that. Some of this over here.
Okay, you're getting some floaty hearts here.
Oh, awesome. Wasn't sure if y'all were going to be as into this as I kind of am. There we go. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? There we go.
Oh, Sue says she sent me a link in the lightning bolt. I'll check it out. But thank you for reminding me because sometimes I don't get over there.
I'm telling you, mixing markers makes me happy. She thinks it's stupid.
I don't think it's stupid. I just think it's not what I want to do. I don't mind colored pencils until the cows come home.
Mm-hmm.
But this kind of stuff right here.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with it is there's no. I can't count on something being what it. There's just too many variables. With my colored pencils, when I pull out lime green, I know that that's going to be lime green like forever and a day. With these markers, even changing batches,
yeah,
the color is not the same, and you know that's true.
Girl, you know it's true. Oh, oh.
Oh, Kristen Key is the Joanne singer. Thank you, Gray.
Yeah, she's funny. Okay.
I don't know her.
Now, what I should do is see, I can make this a pocket, and then our hoodie-doo goes in there, right? Maybe. Or, actually, I think what we should do is we'll make this into our thing. Okay, that holds that. Yes. Yes. Now, my question is, what I kind of originally thought with this whole business is bringing in the colors into the lines. What do y'all think about that?
Or here I have a thought for you with that your bookmark thing there. If you would cut it out in the shapes and fill in some of those semi-rectangular shapes there with cutouts from your little
right.
do. Because I think the black and the white is nice. It's a neutral. It provides a.
Okay, so leave it as is. Do we like the torn edge, or should I go straight?
I don't know.
No, I always like a torn edge. And I faded it in quite lovely, I feel like. Once y'all see, That isn't as, purpley darky
okay,
as
the
we
color of your pit pen will exactly match the pencil by Faber-Castell with the same color name, for example. Jocelyn says torn.
Okay, you like the torn? Some weird stuff happening there.
And Paula keeps saying that would make a brilliant stencil, Mariah.
What?
I don't know what I don't know if she's being facetious or what. It is already a stencil. The one the black and white.
Yeah, that's the Sharp Edges by.
It is a stencil.
Yeah, by Lucy Ames.
I guess she just wanted you to say that. I don't know why she keeps saying it. Yes, and Mo put it in. Sharp Corners by Lucy Ames. And he says, oh, Paula. Has she been to the grocery store today? I'm asking for a friend.
There we go. Lovely. Okay.
It's all right, Paula. We all have those moments. Trust me. You'll find that.
Hey, but that's exciting because if you think that it should be, I mean, look at us delivering.
Yeah, instantaneously.
Okay. So you answered that.
Eddie says it's happy hour in the Netherlands. There you go.
I like your idea of the shape thing, but then how do I know like which areas how to cut it up and put it on there?
Well, I just said I had an idea. I didn't say I knew how to do it.
To implement said idea.
Yeah.
Love that
I
about
mean,
you.
I've got to leave something for you to do. I don't want you to feel left out. Oh, and earlier, I love licorice jelly beans too. But I'm the only one that does.
Yeah, she is. She's the only one.
Izzy put a purple jelly bean in her mouth, took one little crunch on it, walked over the trash and spit it in the trash, and she said, "Blueberry." Yeah, I don't know, anything a purple fruit kind of thing.
Yeah, and then she started
off.
Yeah, and then she just started bringing them to me. She's like, "Here, mommy." I'm like, "You don't like it, do you?" She's like, "I think you will."
That's a very diplomatic thing to say for an 8-year-old. You have to see them all out there with the, the renewable water balloons.
Reusable.
Reusable. It was a hoot. All right, here's Jenny Roberts. Has she been here before? I mean, today.
Yeah.
Okay. Licorice ice cream. Oh my gosh, I've never had licorice ice cream.
That sounds disgusting.
I would so eat that. Sophia said that needs to be a t-shirt. I said I had an idea. I didn't say I knew how to do it.
Yeah, that's a P mantra. I got lots of ideas. I just need some folks that are going to get on board and do it for me.
Yeah. I'll just jump right in. And Jenny said, yes, she's been here all along.
See, I knew that, Jenny.
Well, it may have been when I was looking someplace else. Hey, Carrie Griffin loves licorice.
Well, there you go.
Jocelyn says Superman ice cream is a bit licorice flavor. Well, I haven't had that either.
Know about all of this licorice business. Okay, this needs to.
Oh,
here.
Paula's cooking and drinking.
That seems like that could be.
Lamb burgers, apple pie, and I made vanilla ice cream this morning. Wow. Good Lord! When do you sleep?
Okay,
twice fried French fries and beet salad. Oh my goodness. What? Spreader.
My spreader.
You mean your one that you made? Well, just use a credit card here.
I don't like those.
I like fennel too. My toothpaste is fennel.
There. Use that one. Okay. Sorry about that. I have an issue with my.
Oh, well, that was some problem solving there, Lexi. She said that her, she had a licorice soda and she thought it was weak and she had to dissolve a proper candy in to make it decent to drink. There's a lot of people that love licorice.
Well, that's good. I am not one of them. I like red licorice. I do not like black licorice.
And Paula says she has time to sleep a solid 9 hours. Oh, I don't know.
She's a doer. Paula's a doer. She's always doing something.
Okay. Carla said she buys at Hobby Lobby to help those poor workers. Friend Laura and I shared a joke with one of the girls. She just stared at us. I don't think she had a clue what we were talking about. Maybe in that special kind of situation. And Mo wants custard with her apple pie. I'm just so happy to get an apple pie that it doesn't really matter, as long as it's
accompanying it.
Eddie, I'm sure we'll have something to say about that, but I'm just happy to have my apple pie.
Oh, sugar biscuits.
What?
Well, there's stuff on here, and then I rubbed that, and so that's not white anymore. Well, we'll stick some things over it.
There you go.
Poop.
Oh, we always talk about food here. We should just warn everybody that all of these people are foodies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Paula made garlic tomato sauce, and she said Rob loves it. Winthrop, Washington has the best ever. I'm sure she's talking about some kind of, oh yeah.
What? Apples?
I really like when you go and you get fennel and you get the bulb and you kind of shred it up in your salad. I think it's wonderful. And Eddie used to make his own buns for his lamb burgers.
Okay, digging on that. Now, what was my idea? Because we need furry stuff. But do I do furry stuff on that side? And this is really just...
I just think that looks really cool, just kind of like it is.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna... See, I chopped it. So we're a little shy. What I can do is I'll do it like that. And then I'll fill something else in up at the top. This covers up my oopsie over there. This is gonna hold my card. And I got another idea for the other side. All right, what are we doing on time? Good golly, see, it goes by so quick.
Hello, Dana. She just jumped in there.
Hey, Dana. See, this just goes to show that sometimes, like, if I try to do too many things all, you know, because I was trying to do the collage prompts plus the color. And that's worked out up until now. Like, it was too many things, and I couldn't quite get all of that pulled together. Getting gluey. I just love how all this turned out. Like, it's really cool looking. It's still kind of yellowy over there, but just gonna try to not obsess about that. Square's kind of hard for me.
Okay, who jumped in here? I missed it.
Trying to do a little something like that.
Oh, Mad Hoydenish. Sunny.
Sunny.
Hello, Sunny. She's the one that jumped in there. Well, Carla, that's a very interesting observation. I never thought of it like that. I just stopped going there.
Yeah.
We do not need another single thing ever.
Although our fairy craft mother.
Our fairy craft mother thinks otherwise. Yeah, bless her heart.
She's sending us something else for your book building.
Oh, Mad Hoydenish is having blackberry pie for lunch because the weather is gloomy, and chicken salad just won't give me a boost. But you need to try some of my California sunshine soup, sweetie.
It's pretty good. It really is. I poo-pooed on it the other day, but...
Oh, yeah. I know about that, Gray.
All right. All furry fur. I'm gonna chomp these edges right now. Oh, good gosh. Things just need to be dealt with. Things need to be dealt with. Here, I'm gonna give that to you, or I will throw it away. I don't know why it's over here. This really seems like a you situation.
Huh. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put it over here and put a little note that don't share this with Mariah because she was really ugly about it.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Well, I'll have to write myself a note or I won't remember.
Right. Let's remember to admonish
You know
Mariah.
that paper that I handed you the other day? Do you have any of that anywhere? You think you can find it?
Yes, make sure that you let people know. Okay, cool. That's good stuff right there. I don't, why do we have, see, it's the, I believe that's the Pan Pastels giving us some, look at this. See, that's some fun stuff right there. Or even if we, now the gray's not as much fun to look at over there. Purple's more fun. It's my feelings. Okay. Now, what I believe we should do, and y'all say yay or nay on this. Okay. So, I have the shaded lilac. And if I stamp this here, maybe I do a here and a here, and we heat emboss that, or should we test it on a piece?
You better test it.
Okay.
I'm not feeling that at all. That's way too vibrant. These are more
no, because remember these are kind of transparent. But we shall give you a little testy test. Let's all right, on this other page, let's just go ahead and we're gonna glue this down to there, and then I'll have that to test onto. Okay, let's do that. Boo 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 boo.
Well, Mad Hoindenish has invited us over for pie. She has enough for 2 more people. I think we should put our order in right now. Where do you live?
And Sonny, you don't have to tell us in the chat if you don't want.
Hop, skip, and a jump. We'll be there.
I will say that Izzy's cake is that we got is really wonderful, and I have been enjoying it.
Bye, Sophia. She's gonna go cook supper.
Okay. Waiting for my glue to, come out. Guess I could have.
Exit the orifice.
That. Yeah, I could have taped that. That's what I may just do because this is not happening fast enough. Okay. Deal with that right now. Boop, boop, boop. More one way to get this done, y'all.
Tammy says, I love it. You nailed the color combo.
Thank you. I'm pretty pleased with this situation thus far. We still have time to screw it up. Don't worry.
You could always hand it over to me and I can Paynes Gray the whole lot. 1.228 orifice. Of course, we must never ever leave that out of anything.
Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Gluey thing. There you go. Okay, what are folks saying? What do you got thoughts, or are you just totally engaged with my
Sophia's leaving
taping abilities?
Yeah, I'm fascinated. Barely contain myself from jumping across the table.
Oh, well, I will tell you this. You want to watch some people get real angry about some things, watch her do something like this. She'll spit fire.
Oh. I'm really glad that you
okay
got that in there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, it says, Carla said, when I first walked in Hobby Lobby years ago, I proclaimed I wanted my funeral held there. craft supplies and religious music piped right in. I've decided not to have a funeral. Okay. That's good to know. You got that down here.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case, your relatives need instructions, you can refer them to PM Artist Studio.
That's right.
Live stream chat. Oh, she lives just outside of Atlanta, Georgia. Well, I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
You have big trees.
Boop, boop, boop.
What is an alpharetta?
Huh? That's Georgia.
Oh.
It's like the suburb or whatever.
Eddie said he is a former alpharetta. That's a good one, Mo. Really good one.
Okay. What we're gonna do here now. I figured it was best just to glue that little booger down, so we don't have to fight with it. Y'all understand?
I don't know that I agree with that, but it's a done deal.
It's a done deal, lady. Done. Oh, that ain't the one. Okay. Now, and test this out. I'm gonna put this.
Oh wow! Hobby Lobby closed in Seattle when minimum wage went to $20 per hour.
Yeah. Shows you how they feel about all that.
Well, I have lots of things to say about that, but Mariah will kick me under the table. Actually, she can't even reach me because I got her blocked off. Just be kicking my cans that are under the table here.
Okay, we're testing. This is a tester, y'all.
Oh, this is a tester.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was going to say, this is kind of messy.
It's a little underwhelming as far as...
Well, no, I was just going to say, wow, I don't know where this is going from here, but it's looking mighty fine. Just need some red iron oxide.
Well, I'll hand it over to you and you can glaze it up, baby. This needs to be like flattened.
Okay. Paula says, I watched a short today about a potter in the UK who makes cups, vases, dishes from the ashes of loved ones. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'll have to think about that. Well, here's Deed. Okay, great lesson. No, there's not. I don't know what she's talking about. But it says you can do anything you want with my ashes. And Eddie says, Deed. Yes, everyone's welcome. But we're also clear about our values here: kindness, truth, and social justice. That means calling out misinformation and standing up for human rights when needed. Amen, brother.
Woo!
Okay. Carla says, the joke was about wooden firecrackers with a thread attached for a wick. We called them patriotic tampons.
One second, I just gotta do something real quick here.
Okay. I love that, Mariah. I like the overlap. Can you make that happen? Yeah. Kind of how we wove them in and out.
All right, so it didn't stick as much as I wanted it to.
Yeah, I agree with that, Lexi. It has nothing to do with religiosity here. It just has to do with doing the right thing. We should pay people for their work.
Yeah.
Honest wages.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like a lot of the people that work at Walmart actually qualify for public assistance.
And so, just so y'all know, I've removed Dee Dee because
Is that her name? I thought it was Deed.
no. And we'll get more into that on kind of Thursday if you want to come back to hear more about that for y'all.
Yeah, and I didn't understand. Yeah, I wasn't doing that at all.
So
I was just talking about a particular policy.
yeah, she, you know,
Yeah.
she got her things.
All right.
So,
Hi, Lucy. She lives in Northwest Georgia also.
thoughts and feelings on that. Did that turn out the way that you wanted, or?
Yeah, I thought that color was pretty good, but I don't know. Did you put your color match down there?
Yeah, and I don't.
Where's your little thing?
know if as much of the stuff stuck on there as I kind of wanted it to.
I know,
Yeah,
but where's your swatch?
Here we go.
Your card. Yeah, that's what I want to see.
It's a little more purpley than our Paynes Gray, but I would say that that's where it hits
Sue,
more.
you're absolutely right about that too, unless they have two jobs. Especially like in states where the real estate is really high dollar. Texas is getting there. Bye, Yanka. She's going to make dinner too. I wonder what she's making.
So
yeah, it is a little bit purpley, but here's the thing I think you can do to do that is just add a bit more blue, something dark.
Well, I already have kind of the purpley business on my stamp.
He's getting hungry.
Yeah.
Y'all check out Yanka's art show. It's on Makers.
Yeah.
And there's some great close-ups of the chickens. The chickens are absolutely just astounding with the texture and
Let's
colors.
Give it one more little test.
Love them.
With.
Okay, I know Paula started all this.
And I think I'm going to move to the smaller stamp because the big one just. And we're gonna see what happens.
I kind of agree. I think when you're talking about size relationships,
yeah,
the little ones go better with the size of the page.
Yeah.
Hello, Vanessa.
And I'm, contaminating, but that's okay.
Just cross-contaminating.
That way, we're gonna hit it somewhere in there. And that'll be interesting just to see which colors do what.
Food is art for the tummy. I agree. Totally. I think you're just going to have to give it up and mix some of those powders because I don't think you have any that are in the range of...
Well, and I don't know if these powders are the ones that we want to mix because they're more transparent, so that might
could you take that into account when you do your stamping?
Tricky. Well, that's what I'm trying to kind of do here because I can do more with layering it. Well,
you need red. Stampy red.
Red? Here, we'll try to do it this way.
What's that? Oh.
Red.
Well, I'm not sure that that's the red that you needed, but I guess that's what you got.
Yeah, because
sometimes that's the way life is.
If I go red, it'll be super red. And I don't know how much it's going to be sticking in there anyway. Oh, see that? I'm mixing in there a little bit. We're just going to... All right, let's see what happens here. Yeah, it blew the pink away. It said no.
Oh. Hey, Darcy, are you taking, can she hear me?
Hold on. It'll sound garbledy, probably.
Okay. I like that idea too, Carla. squeezing and making your own diamonds. But Darcy, I was thinking if you use glucosamine chondroitin, I'm telling you that has helped my knee and joint pain a whole lot. Now, I don't know if that's just related to old people, but anyway, I'm just passing that on. Tis a thought.
Oh, and the great stuff is downstairs.
Yeah, Lexi said you're just trying to shush me. I sounded crystal clear.
Oh, did it? Well, sometimes we've adjusted settings, so no, that's good to know. That's great to know that it's working, because we had it set at one point in time where it would sound really weird.
Okay, the Dark Project says, I love the idea of an heirloom piece of jewelry with your ancestors on it. Don't toy with me. I've got 6 generations of lady with me. Always will rock your stuff.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It is. It's great. That's what I want you to do, Mariah. I want you to make me into a diamond. Make one for, I imagine you can make 2 from what, I can provide for ashes.
Yeah, well, I would like you to also know how much funding is needed for such.
Oh, I'm leaving you my 401k. It probably won't be worth diddly squat by the time. I don't know. I've got to stay alive for a little while longer.
Yeah, and I got carpet to fix, and you as a diamond may have to.
Well, I don't know. I might
I think it's
have
more
a little conversation with Nate.
I think our
see if he'll make me into a diamond.
I like the glazing. We can make you into a jar with the glaze.
You don't want to. No.
You don't want to be a jar.
No.
You want to just be with me all the time. That's sweet. Okay, I don't know what this is not working out the way that I wanted, so we're just gonna get this other stuff because I got 15 minutes. We're gonna get it into the book.
Well, don't forget the chondroitin part, because it has something to do with it.
Something to do with it, y'all. Ooh, wait, hold on. We got another option here. We're trying to hit the Paynes Gray, but that may not be. I think we're just gonna have to. We're gonna call this Aventurine. I want to. Okay, where's my other piece? Oh, I put it under here because I needed it to be flattened. Doesn't that look cool though? And maybe I put this on this page and do it like that. What do you guys think? I think that's actually a better layout. I was going to do it the other way, but thoughts, feelings?
I don't know. What? 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Well, it isn't. Let's see. So, see, in the book, it's going to be like that broken there, but I think this is actually better on this outer edge, and it's done like this. See? I like that better. And then my card goes in there like so.
Thanks, Mo, for putting those in there. We are realists. I am a realist also. Very much so. But I'm also create my own reality kind of.
Mm-hmm. Should do that. Okay, that's how that's going to go. Like so. Then what I want to do is, I really did want to put some more fibers and things on this. Maybe we just come back to this.
So you're just leaving Monday. The opposite page plain.
I was thinking that I might stamp on it.
I don't think you need to do anything to it. And the problem is it's already too busy and you have such high contrast. I think anything you put on is just going to muddle it up.
Muddle it up, huh?
My feelings.
You may not be wrong about that, because see, even here there was some muddling happening.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we don't have a full representation of it, but, Now, here's a... Okay. I got one last little quick idea, maybe.
Carla says she didn't mean to stir the hornet's nest, but that's what.
Oh, Carla, no, you do not know. You do not need to worry about a darn thing.
Oh, deed.
She's just been waiting.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yes, and we love having you in the chat.
100%.
And what's her face can come back when she knows how to behave herself.
No, she can't.
Mariah says no, she can't.
She's
I'd
done.
let her back just for entertainment value. You know.
That's how Pete rolls. I'm just kind of done. Dunsies.
I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you do.
You just talk to me, and I'll tell you how it is.
Okay, so I kind of agree with you about that. But here's one more little thing. May I have one of your smaller pieces of the paper, the carnival tissue? One of the smaller strips that you usually cut off or have for your smaller plates or whatever. Yep, that'll work. That'll work. Let's do.
No, I mean I can make it smaller, but those are the ones I cut off. Yeah,
that's fine because I'll size it. It's kind of better if we start off this away. So what I want to do is we're going to.
Hey, Gray, we like to cover the gamut of subject matter here. We're not just a one-stop shop kind of place. We're very varied,
diverse.
That's what we are.
We're 100% okay with diversity.
Diversity.
That's why we like all of y'all. Oh, show.
Make sure you stay hydrated. Yes, and alcohol is not a hydrator. It is a dehydrator.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the gray. Go with the gray. Even it's kind of mucked up anyway at this point.
Oh, she got her 12 by 12 gel plate. I can remember the first time. Oh, yes. Love it.
Can M use glitter glue to stick fluffy yarn to the white? Yeah, see, I was kind of thinking about a little bit of that, but yeah, hold on. We'll kind of all right, I can't finish a journal page in one stream, so we'll probably be back at this this coming Monday. Isn't that beautiful? I know you can't really see it in the hoodie-doo, especially over the green, but look at that. How beautiful is that?
Yeah,
not to be.
I can see it a little bit, Mariah, but not very. Yeah, there. You need to get it up. Come
into the light, Carol Ann.
Absolutely. Well, Paula, that's what happens when you go off and go to the grocery store and fix dinner and all that kind of stuff. You just miss out on the good stuff here.
Okay, that I dig. We're gonna do that and that. We don't have to use this if we don't, Okay, see what can happen with that.
I like that one, Colleen. When my mom passed, she told me to set her on the curb for Friday pickup. Very sentimental.
Aww.
Well, this is an interesting combination you got going here, Mariah. Is this on for possible inclusion on the page that you're working on?
Possibly.
Ah, that's why you're doing it on a separate sheet of paper. Brilliant. My daughter's so smart.
Okay, I need to take the little hoodie-doo off of that thing.
Pardon me. Got about 10 minutes. I don't know if that means anything. Hi, Lizzie Jean.
Oh, I gotta show her what I flocked. Hold on, Lizzie.
Hold on, Lizzie. You missed the flocking.
Sugar biscuits. Kind of dip my hoodie down in the thing. Okay, I know this is not like spot on our color combo, but I do feel like, you know, we're kind of in the range. Because look, that really isn't too bad. Our purple's like kind of way off, but at this point we're doing the nod of we're in the hue.
Yeah.
In the hue.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
And Lizzie Jean, I'm sorry you're not feeling well.
No, that sucks.
I'm sending you lavender light and hoping that you do feel better.
Look at that though. Flock tape tried some things.
I think it looks bloody marvelous. I mean, I don't even care that it's not spot on. It just looks so good.
It's really pretty.
It just looks. And when you started out, I was like, oh my God, this.
She thought it was a hot mess.
Hot mess up.
Hooty doo.
Crapola.
Alright, and then what I was thinking on the other side here is that we could, you know, like, just layer this over. So, like, just have it floppy.
Oh, so you can whip it up and down.
Whip it up and down.
Interactive.
Yeah. And I could even, alright, got one more idea. One more idea on that. Because I just don't love the, you know, the white's like, blah, whatever. You know, boring. Who's it? What's it?
And, you know, I love it. Mimi prays for me all the time.
She does.
And I told Mariah, I said, I need it.
Well, that's right.
So, yeah. Okay, see, I have to go back up and see what Darcy said way up here, so I know what Colleen's talking about here. This is where I get in myself in trouble. It's when I go back up and I try to find out what somebody was saying in reference to what somebody says.
Oh, I know. And then
later on, and then I forget. You know, it's like that CRS syndrome. You know, you get there and you're going, why am I here?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to go back to where it was that you started out in order to reference where you were. And by that time, you're just like, I gotta pee. Yeah. Okay, well, well, as I recall, our purple spray situation is pretty puny.
Well, okay, here we go. See, I needed both because we really
Carrie's got to go too. I just noticed that
in the middle of things. Now, do I want to? All right, so these icing sprays are like they are very intense. And sometimes you don't want to just spray them because they
you need a dauber.
Yeah, or what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of prep the area.
Oh, you're going to spray it onto the table?
Yeah, and I should be careful because I don't really know what's behind there. Try to keep it on some areas that... Okay, this is going to be more likely. Are we feeling... All right, where's my postcard? There's my postcard. Feeling pretty good about Italian Plum and the Violet Cassis being, but we still just need to bring it down a little bit. See?
Yeah.
And then we're going to rub it all together into...
Oh, Sue made paperweights with her parents' ashes. With hot glass.
Ooh, that's a cool...
Yeah, I don't like that.
You want to be a paperweight?
Just don't be paying to put me in the ground with a box. That's just so silly.
I'm not going to do that.
Taking up real estate and making some casket people all, you know. I want y'all to come to my
your celebration
after death party and you know get drunk and make a fool of yourself so that Mariah can send the videos to me out in the ether.
That's funny. I don't know if she knows how any of this works, but that's okay.
Yeah, I like that tree thing too, but you know,
I think it's pretty, again, it's very pricey.
my thing about it is if you don't take care of the tree and it dies, then you're just going to have to be sad twice.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, that has to dry, but see, I think it has also altered our stuff in a way. Okay,
Ah,
gonna move this back over here. What are we doing? All right, 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes.
needs more blue. You got some blue over there?
Remember, when it dries, it's different.
Well, I don't remember that.
I know you don't remember that.
Okay. Lygia says, love that purple. I agree with you, Paula. Hello, Art Junkie.
I'm trying to get it dry enough so I can show y'all what I want to do here. But we will continue this coming Monday.
She wants to know what you're using.
Hold on.
And Darcy says it dries lighter.
Yeah.
Hi, Shannon.
And we could even save this for P to perhaps do a glaze or a, gel printing situation to alter its ness.
Is it dry now?
Pretty much. It's damp-ish. But see, this is what I'm thinking. Look at that. But I just tear out a piece. And then I can either glue it down or let it just be like a hangy, just a little floppy piece.
Well, you need to leave some on the side there because I really like the way it shows up the pattern. So when you tear that, don't tear all the purple
So you're
off.
saying like come along and...
Yeah, and leave more of that edge.
Well, and once it dries, I could actually cut it with the so it's zigzaggy like the other one. But I can't cut it right now. It's still it's ever so slightly damp, and those scissors, the decorative scissors, they barely cut like dry paper.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Gotta hold your mouth right. But I think that this is pretty good. We will continue on this coming Monday. And yeah, go from there. And see, I want to do the fiber things. What would be kind of cool, like, here's sort of where my brain is at on this, is like on this page, I could bring in some of the little fibery pieces either behind, and so it could fluff out of there. I like that idea. Or we just keep this like to where it does float, so you see both, and then like underneath, see, like we would have some of the fiber stuff underneath there, all of the different things. I don't know where I put, oh, here. Remember these? See, we do some other fun things. And then
yeah, I don't know that you need that. I think you're...
Oh, remember, we gild the lily. And Mondays are all about gilding lilies, y'all.
All right, I'm just going to shut the hell up.
Okay. All right, my arty friends. We shall be back here tomorrow. It will be Tuesday. That's tomorrow. And P is working on her book. She has gone through things. She has, curated piles. She's gone through old piles that were boxed up.
And I haven't made it through all the piles yet.
Yeah, so good times. And, yeah, so we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll probably spend a good 30 minutes just going through papers. I'm just giving you a heads
just
up.
Perusal of papers.
Tune in late because you're not up for that.
If you want to do that. That's cool.
I don't, I haven't decided. I've got a lot of things to pull from the gel plate.
Oh, here, I need to go, M-Cam, big M-Cam. Hold on.
Mo, that was funny. I did read it, but I didn't read it out loud. I thought that was great.
I'm just going to hold these up, this up. Hold on, here. Do this a little bit. Kind of represents things, right?
Yes, Darcy. That's what we're doing.
Actually, we can try this way.
Yeah, I love the fluffy stuff over there.
Okay. That'll be something. Alrighty, guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Thanks for hanging.
Bye.
Bye.